Hey guys, I'm just out on our balcony here. It is our final sea day, so tomorrow we're in Nassau. We actually slept in some today, just kind of woke up when we woke up, which was nice because we've been kind of go on the trip. But we spent, I don't know, a couple hours at the pool earlier and then had some lunch, had a few ice cream cones at Swirls, and then Everett decided he wanted to go to the kids club for a while. He hasn't gotten to spend a whole lot of time there yet, so I took him there and dropped him off, and I just got back to the room. So it's really nice out. It's beautiful. There's some sort of cargo ship off in the distance. But last time I looked, we were, let me check myself here because I'm going to give you the wrong name. We were just north of San Salvador, which I'm not really sure what chain of islands that's a part of, but that's where we are, is a little bit north of San Salvador. Apparently there's an airport there. So I think the captain was saying we should be to Nassau tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning, and then we get to go ashore at 8 a.m. Tomorrow is the day I'm really excited for because we got our excursion there. We're going to be swimming with pigs, which I know probably sounds kind of silly, but I'm very excited about it because they're super cute and you get to feed them. And then included with that excursion is transport there, which is on a jet boat. And then we get unlimited rum punch and soda, whatever we want. They have lunch included. There's beach games, water games. They have floaties and stuff like that, snorkel gear. We're only there till 2:30 in the afternoon, which I imagine is because of needing to get back to Port Canaveral by early the next morning. So we are doing an unassisted departure, so like they don't take our luggage down or anything like that. I don't really want to have to like wait around at the port. I don't know what that process normally looks like. I just don't want to have to wait for our luggage when we can just take it down ourselves. So that's the game plan over the next 48 hours, really. We have noticed that some of the service at the restaurants is like it takes a really long time to get through your meal, like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And maybe for adults that wouldn't bother me too much, but with Everett and Julia, like they look like they're just going to crawl under the table. So I think it's just a little better suited for us to just hit the buffet tonight. We have one more specialty dining dinner tomorrow night, and it's escaping Sabatini's. Yeah, it's the Italian restaurant. So far we've done the Catch by Rudy, which was last night. Really, really good. Like if you like seafood, they have excellent seafood. The meal even came with a glass of champagne, like complimentary on top of your dinner. Really good. The service was great. Again, it was like an hour and a half, so it's a little tough to sit there. The pacing of the meal was just a little bit slow. And then our first night we did the Crown Grill, which was more like steaks and stuff like that. They had seafood as well, but primarily steaks and things like that. What's been really nice for Everett is that if he looks at the menu, the adult menu, and is just like not feeling it, they have a kids menu that's available. Now it's the same kids menu no matter what restaurant you go to. So they have basics like cheeseburger, chicken tenders, stuff like that. But he's been perfectly content. They have a really nice appetizer. It's a glass about yay big that is just filled with veggie sticks, and they get ranch dip on the side. So he's really like that. Plus he can still get like his fries or whatever with his food. But it's worked out really nicely for him just to have that option. That way we know we can go eat where we want to, and he still has stuff that he likes. Hello. It is a little late. It's like 11 and change at night. We had 80s night tonight, which was a lot of fun. I have some videos. Unfortunately, I didn't have my regular camera with me down at the pool because I don't love taking it down to the pool for obvious reasons. So I had some cell phone video, but posted that on social. Shout out to our cruise director, Chesney, and the Awesome Activities staff. You guys made for a really fun night. Lots of dancing and stuff. Everett thought it was awesome. He's my partner in crime when it comes to doing goofy things. But what I'm doing now is going around and taking ducks and bracelets and stuff, and doing some more hiding. It's a little bit easier in the evening when there's not a bunch of people looking at you like you're crazy. So when what you do is talk to yourself on a camera all the time, some people look at you like you're nuts, but that's okay. All right, let's go hide some more of the ducks and bracelets. These tend to balance pretty well, like that, if I'm careful. Okay, there we go. It feels a little bit like a labyrinth in this place a lot of the time, but I know if I just keep going, I eventually get to a bank of elevators. See, this one is the special one because instead of just having the elevators over here, there's also the elevators here that are glass elevators. So why don't we take a ride on the glass elevators here really quick so you can see what that's like. I will say the elevator situation on this cruise ship is something to behold because it is chaos anytime you're trying to get an elevator and there's more than like 3 other people trying to get an elevator at the same time. It's kind of a little bit of Hunger Games going on when that happens. So prepare for being patient for sure. Oh, that is so flattering. Okay, let's go to the 5th floor. Woohoo! It gets more exciting, I promise. Right now we're in a floor where there's no glass to be seen. Going down. We should be getting the glass view here in a second. There it is. There's the Piazza. It is very pretty. Very pretty. Heyo, we made it. All right. Well, there's still stuff happening around here. Let's see what we can find. And we've got the Soleil dining room back there. That's like the traditional dining. So you same table, same waiter, same time every night. We did not do that. There is Cielo, which is where we ended up. Pardon the chair noises. And Cielo is flexible dining. So you pick what times work for you. Your waiter and your table changes on a nightly basis when you want to eat there. But we also had specialty dining reservations, so we didn't have to eat there all the time. But it was good. The food was still good. And then you also have the option of the buffet, which is, in my opinion, a lot fancier than just like a regular buffet. Like they have a lot of options other than just like your standard buffet food, and it rotates. The World Fresh Market offerings rotate. Let's go back this way. See what sort of shenanigans we can get into back here. Okay, so here is Soleil dining room. Is this the same one? Yes, my apologies, same one. So then this is the standard one. Then there's Estrella. And Estrella, couldn't tell you where it is, but Estrella is flex dining where you just show up and if they have a table, you get seated. Easy peasy. So we're gonna make our way up a floor. We're gonna take the stairs though, because it's a really pretty staircase and it's fancy. So let's go be fancy in my Mickey Mouse Disney World sweatshirt and Under Armour shorts. Honestly, I've seen a huge range of clothing on this cruise. We definitely did dress up for a formal night. I wore like a full evening gown because I just loved the opportunity to do that. But I also saw people in shorts and t-shirts on formal nights. So it really just depends on what you are comfortable with, and nobody seems to bat an eye or really care. So be yourself and just enjoy the cruise. These screens here you find all over the ship, especially like where all the elevators are. You can tap your medallion. It'll show you your current itinerary, your calendar, any events, dining, stuff like that. You can see your photos up here. It also gives us the current weather conditions, the speed that we're going, the direction we're going, all that cool stuff. We've noticed that when we walk past the one up in our elevator bank, I'll see if it automatically happens to show up here. I'm gonna scan it. Our pictures start scrolling as soon as we get, yeah, there's me our pictures start scrolling as soon as we walk past it. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, so here's all the professional photos that we've had taken so far, as well as the ability to order one more, I want to say, because I did 2 prints so far. So with the Premier package, you get unlimited digital photos. You download them, they're yours to keep. And then you get 3 free printed photos of those ones and some decent prices on like photo books and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the Future Cruise Center. So if you want to take advantage of getting a deposit put down for a future cruise, they do have deals that you can only get if you take advantage of it before you get off of the ship. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can, put down a relatively small deposit and get a little bit of a discount on that cruise, which is cool. So this is the place where you do that if you're interested in doing it. I think we're gonna put some duckies around the Estrella dining room area here, since we know there will be some foot traffic. I just enjoy this. I don't know. It's a cool way to make people smile. I also will just gift them to people sometimes and not hide them. And I really like that it makes people happy. That's just my thing. I don't know. I enjoy it. I spent a lot of time on these bracelets too. Like the ducks are the easy part, right? You just buy them on the internet. But I spent a lot of time on the bracelets and people really seem to like them. So I also made a handful of keychains like this guy right here with the ducks. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see people find them. Every now and then I'll put one out and within a few seconds of me walking away, I hear someone finding it, and that always gives me a chuckle. Okay, so we're gonna pop back over this way, back on deck 5. This is the celebrations shop. This is where a lot of your snacks, candies, stuff like that is gonna be. Not a ton of choices, but if you have a hankering for some M&Ms, this is where you'd get that. They also have Pringles, different types of chips and stuff like that, and some basic sundries. Just from where I'm standing, I can see like probably some Excedrin, Listerine, feminine products, stuff like that. This is gelato. So Swirls is the soft serve ice cream place that's up on the pool deck on deck 16. But gelato is something that you can either choose to pay extra for each time, and I'm not sure what the prices are because it's included in the Premier package. You can get just as much as you can stand to eat. Lots of seating and stuff. There's a few bars down here. And then over there in the side is the International Cafe. They always have desserts, pastries, like bread roll type items, and then coffee and hot chocolate. So lots of good stuff there. I definitely like to grab a snack there in the evenings, and their hot chocolate is killer. So I like to get that. Over here is Sabatini's Italian Trattoria, and that is where we'll be having our final specialty dining tomorrow night after our visit in Nassau. Interestingly enough, I've always heard it called Nassau, but everybody on this ship that is British calls it Nassau. So I'm beginning to question my pronunciation. Over here is your guest service desk. What's nice, you can come down and they can help you right there in person, but there is also a feature right in the app where you can chat with a guest service representative who is actually on board the ship. They're not any third party or anything like that. And they can take care of most things for you right through the chat. Over here is the Shore Excursions desk, which is exactly what it says it is. This is where you can book shore excursions if you didn't do that ahead of time. And then this is the Wake Show box. So the Wake Show is something that the cruise director, Chesney, does every day. And it's kind of just a rundown of everything that's going on the ship and off on any given day. And the Wake Show box is what he uses to pull shout outs, happy birthdays, all sorts of stuff from people on the ship. So it's kind of a cool little feature. You can toss one in there if you'd like. And yeah, sometimes it's just people telling Chesney that they love him. So it's kind of a cool feature. I like that they get people involved, and Everett loves to watch the wake show every day. Here is our senior officers on the ship. Tony Draper is our captain. But yeah, here's everybody. They do a fine job of keeping the ship running with thousands of people on board. So, well done. All right, we're gonna take our second stroll of the evening up another set of stairs to get up to the 6th floor.
He needs to stay longer.
And this is where the casino is. Casino, obviously you have to be 18 and older. One interesting fact about the casino here on Princess is that it allows smoking, at least in parts of it. You can smell it as soon as you get near the door, which for me, like, I didn't grow up around smoking parents. I do not smoke, and I'm just really sensitive to it. So I don't love that part of it. But at least, like, you don't have to walk through there for any reason if you don't want to go into the casino. So the only thing I did notice when we went to a craft night for families the other night, it is in like a lounge that connects right next door to the casino, and unfortunately you could smell it. You could smell the smoke while we were sitting in that lounge. So maybe not the best place to have a family craft time in that Take 5 lounge, but all right, moving up to deck 7. So the Piazza comprises decks 5, 6, and 7. This is where most of your specialty dining, your bars, stuff like that is going to be. And also, let's just take an appreciation moment here for the chandelier. It looks like a swimming fish in a school, and I love it because it's so pretty, especially during the daytime when the sun's all shining through. It's really gorgeous. And then they have a couple additional, like, I guess we'll call these statues? I don't know. What do you call these guys? Other chandeliers? I'm not really sure. Lighting fixtures. But same thing. They look like fish, and they're really pretty. And every one of the princess ships has different ones. You'll also notice, at least I notice, because I'm weird like that, they have lots of professional stage lighting throughout the Piazza because they have a lot of shows, game shows, music performances, all sorts of stuff that happen here throughout the day and night. So that's all good to go when they have those events. Right around this corner, still in the main Piazza, this is my personal favorite of all of the glass work here, are these beautiful hot air balloon lights. They're really pretty. There's a lot of evenings where you'll see the photographers here taking photos of people because it just makes a really nice backdrop all by itself. You don't have to set anything else up. It's perfect just the way it is. And because it has a mirrored ceiling, it looks like it just goes on forever. And I love it. So then we'll take a stroll through here. This is where the rest of the shops are, the shops of Princess as they are called. One thing that I will tell you, so there's like the logo store that has a lot of Princess branded things and clothing. There's Pandora, Swarovski. There's an Effie store on here, like lots of luxury products. There's Clarins over here, Lancome, Chanel, stuff like that. Touchland, which, although I love it, is the most overpriced hand sanitizer in the history of hand sanitizer, but that's okay. So this is where you'll find all that stuff. And while I liked some of the items they had, the selection isn't ginormous. I guess I was hoping for a little more options. The kids section is also very, very small. So if you look at Stanley, Captain Stanley, which Everett did get a Captain Stanley bear with the full uniform, not with just pants. I don't know why that Captain Stanley only has pants. And you can see there's a handful of other stuffies. That's it for kids. There are no kid-size clothing. There are no other souvenirs for kiddos. So that kind of like, I get that this isn't like a super kid-friendly cruise line. Here's the liquor store, by the way. They also sell oodles of cigarettes. Ugh. But I get that this isn't like marketed super heavily towards kids, families with kids. But there are kids here. Everett is not the only one. Hello. And it just surprised me, I guess, that there weren't at least a few more options, or like a little section of the shops that would cater to them a little bit more. But that's okay, because the ports have oodles of shopping. We'll go back this way. And this takes us, if we go all the way to the back, you will see. This is Princess Theater. And this is where the big shows are put on every evening. Oops. No, you're fine. This is where the big shows are put on every evening. So it's open. Hopefully I can creep in here for a second so you can see it. But they have, obviously, their production cast of singers and dancers. But we also saw some other shows. There was a tribute to Elvis by a man named Dan Middleditch. Shout out to Dan. It was an excellent show. He's hilarious. Not an impersonator. It's genuinely just a tribute show. It doesn't look like anyone's in here, so I'm just going to be a creep for a second. But really nice theater. It holds a decent amount of people, and each evening, whatever the show is, they show it twice. So really nice setup in here. Tonight they had an aerialist duo, so called Duo Delight. They were very, very good. But yeah, it's been cool. Tomorrow night is the last production show with the singers and dancers of the Princess cast. So looking forward to that one. All right, you guys. Well, that pretty much gives us a good tour of the main part of the ship. The only thing that I'm not sure if I showed you yet, maybe I will tomorrow if we have time, is where the kids club is located, because it's kind of back in this black hole in the back of the ship where you wouldn't expect it to be. You have to go like up to the 17th deck near the fitness center, through the buffet, and then through the land of really twirly gumdrops, and then there's a back area where they have the kids club and the teens club, which has been really nice, by the way. Everett's really enjoyed it. They do crafts and activities. They've got skee ball. They've got video games, air hockey, all sorts of cool stuff. He's really enjoyed that, though, and it's completely free. But yeah, we're going to hop back into the cool glass elevator and make our way back up to deck 14 so that I can go get some sleep, because we've got an early morning tomorrow. We're all ashore for Nassau at 7 o'clock in the morning.